Ah, yes. Corrupted Ashbringer. The shiny Charizard of WoW. You asked for it,
That's funny.
I delivered.
never thought of that.
I just want to start off by saying, getting footage for this video was a bitch and a half. For one, I don't have Corrupted Ashbringer. Secondly, nobody has Corrupted Ashbringer.
Yeah, it's
the
true.
ability to get the item was removed from the game over 13 years ago, and before it did, very few people ever actually got it. And most who did probably moved on from the game by now,
Hopefully.
unaware that their old WoW account is worth the price of a hair transplant. So yeah, too bad. This thing has it all though. The lore, the drama, the scarcity, the looks, the scripted event in the Scarlet Monastery dungeon
It's
that is triggered
badass.
only if somebody walks in wielding this weapon. 10-minute intros don't do well on YouTube though, so you'll have to take my word for it that this thing is spicy. Also, it looks like it's from the original Banjo-Kazooie. And apparently
you know.
I am a joke to Blizzard, so an actual remake of this weapon doesn't seem to be a likelihood at this point. So
No,
let's see what I
probably
can
not.
do. Starting with the blade, the shape
Okay.
of the weapon is actually quite simple. Standard, run-of-the-mill modeling stuff, the way I like it. No fucky little dragon hats on the side. The original
we
did
tried
have
to
a
do
lot of its
Ashkandi.
3D shapes faked in its textures, however, so I had to
Wow.
kind of guess the depth on a lot of these smaller details. The original Ashbringer turned all undead into ash, hence Ashbringer. The way the weapon
Makes
came
sense.
into existence was that its owner, Alexandros Mograine, found an orb of darkness, spammed Flash of Light on it, and turned it into an object of pure holy power. A weapon was
Wow.
forged around it, and Bob's your uncle. The Ashbringer was born. When Alexandros and the weapon both got corrupted, the object of pure holy power was turned into this fucking goofball of a skull. This is significantly
So whenever
more
his
fucky
son
to model
betrayed
than a
him.
neat little disc it replaced. Originally, I toyed with a more realistic look for it, but this had one main drawback in that it looked like shit, so I scrapped it and I tried to go for a slightly more simplified shape. In the process, keeping it closer
That's
to
smart.
the
I
original.
like that.
Art rule number 1. Never try something new. Everyone who goes before you was better than you and they knew better and you were bad. Harder than the skull, though, was probably getting the serrated edges.
I like that a lot.
originally
That's
tried to
great.
get the notches to stand out simply by virtue of
Yeah.
the shape of the model, but they weren't deep enough, so I decided to fake them to be deeper using normal maps. Whilst modeling, I was trying to think if I've ever actually seen this weapon in game. I must have, but honestly, I don't remember it ever happening. Like I said, this
Really?
thing
I've
is
seen a few of them.
incredibly rare. Or maybe nobody transmogs to this weapon for the same reason that nobody plays with this haircut. Because all honesty upheld, it looks a bit stupid. And having it revealed you're probably at least 40 years old.
No, it doesn't. It looks fucking awesome. What is he talking about? What the fuck?
You don't want your
Looks
19-year-old guildmates to look at you, you know, like that.
Yeah,
Like a-
sword's older
like
than
a
they are.
grown-up. After failing to model the handle in 3D, and making the proportions of the weapon a bit less ridiculous, it was time to texture this thing. For my remake of Ashkandi, I stuck to a more realistic art style. Since WoW is WoW, I decided to take on a new challenge for myself and go for a more stylized direction on this one. Now, I only have the default Substance Painter toolkit to work with, lacking any specialized stylized materials that lend itself to achieving the type of results that I'm after, requiring me to be creative with a tool.
Holy shit, that looks great. I'll be right back. I need to use the bathroom. Sorry, guys. I had to eat a cookie. Let's finish the video, though.
At my disposal, which is a different way of saying find something that works and recycle it to infinity. I took the stylized bone smart material, used properties to this to get the kind of grain that I am after, and rearranged this with other materials to get the base for my metal.
Damn,
I
that
combined
looks
this
good.
with what I know about hand painting metal and somehow ended up at a place where it does indeed look like stylized metal, kind
Holy
of, sort of.
shit.
Which is the way to go, honestly. Not knowing what the hell you're doing, just listening to your gut whilst you throw stuff at it until at some point you go, yeah, when you somehow end up at a passable result. At the end, still having no idea what you really just did, so you learn absolutely nothing you can apply to future projects. Alright.
You guys ever done that? Whenever you, I've had this happen. I think you guys know, I taught myself animation when I was like 11 or 12 years old with like Macromedia Flash. And so I did animation for like 5 years whenever I was in middle school. And yeah, it's like you accidentally do something and it's fucking, it's beyond perfect. It's like you just invented a masterpiece and you don't know how to recreate it. You don't know how it happened. It's just there. It's so fucking annoying.
Really hope this YouTube thing works out. Oh yeah, being the most legendary weapon of all of classic WoW, it wouldn't be very Blizzardy of Blizzard if it wasn't pretty shit, being in every way overshadowed by the might of Manethil stat-wise. That didn't stop many gamer boys from blowing all their DKP on it in a classic re-release though. Does this thing actually get you laid? No. But that says more about the girls than it does about you for bringing it up.
True.
Oh yeah, I mentioned there was a lot of hand painting involved.
Too
Did
stuck
I mention
up.
it was with a mouse? No? Well, it was.
Oh boy.
Baiting with a mouse is like buttoning your shirt wearing oven mitts. It's like when you fuck up trying to swallow a whole paracetamol 500 milligrams, forced to taste your own failure. It's like being with a boner. It's like taking a nice steamy shower and somebody else starts using the hot water.
Oh.
After your dog just died. Whilst torturing...
I think buttoning up a shirt with oven mitts is actually such a fucking amazing good analogy. That's so good. Holy shit, that's good.
My brain, I couldn't help but sympathize with those poor souls who were torturing theirs 15 years ago, whilst fishing up garbage all over Azeroth. You see, back in the old days, people were convinced that somehow the Ashbringer was obtainable in the game.
One of the coolest fucking things that Blizzard ever did is they took all of the rumors for getting the original Ashbringer that had been invented, and they actually made it the quest line for getting the corrupted Ashbringer hidden artifact appearance. That was so fucking badass.
The original one. The item was even data mined to be in the game files. Years of human brain were wasted trying to piece together clues on how to purify the corrupted Ashbringer into the legend.
I thought we were going to be able to corrupt it whenever we went to Outland. Like, I thought Erator, you know, the son of, what's his name, Turalian and Ilaria, I thought he was going to be able to fucking cleanse it.
Very normal Ashbringer.
If they do Classic WoW, they should add that. Like Classic WoW Plus, they should add it to where, like, you can get corrupted Ashbringer cleansed, and it turns into a legendary weapon.
It was probably the biggest scavenger hunt in WoW history, if not MMO history.
Yeah.
And the best part of it all was that
Nobody won.
You couldn't get the Ashbringer. Blizzard being Blizzard though, and the Ashbringer being the most significant lore weapon in the game, they did eventually in 2016 give it to literally everybody. After which, literally everybody instantly stopped giving a fuck about it and transmogged it into something else. Right. Funny how that works, huh, Blizzard? When they did this, though, there was a chain of secrets they put into the game based on the original quote-unquote clues that the players thought they pieced together back then, ending with the reward of a quote-unquote remake of the corrupted Ashbringer.
I didn't think it was that good either.
On which they pulled an absolute Warcraft movie.
What the fuck is this?
But yeah, I spent a shitload of time painting in little details and tried my best to texture this thing in a way that is somewhat loyal to the WoW art style.
Yeah.
There were some places where the normal maps didn't really bring out the details quite the way I like, so I painted in some of the shadows and highlights manually. This is called cheating, and it works for everything. If you like seeing me do more stylized stuff like this, or you prefer the more realistic look that I went for in my previous video,
I think stylized stuff is way cooler, personally. Stylized stuff is... It's timeless.
Video, let me know in the comments. I plan on having a go at hand painting from scratch in the future and literally just seeing how close I can get to creating the WoW art style. So that should be fun. With all that said, here it is. The end result. I bled from my ear for this model. I present to you Corrupted Ashbringer.
Okay. I want to see the whole thing. Oh, I want to see it. Holy shit. There we go. All right, that's a good picture of it. There. Damn. Oh my god, that looks good. Holy fucking shit, that looks good. I wish they just put this in the game. Just take it, yeah, sure can, yeah, let's 3D print this, yeah. This is fucking awesome, man. I love this. Looks better than our HD remake of it in game. I think it does. Like, I would rather, like, this is a true to this, like, whenever I saw Corrupted Ashbringer in 2006, I saw this. Okay, I didn't see that fucking skull-ridden fucking abomination that they had. I saw this one right here. This is awesome. I love this. Holy shit, this is amazing. Wow.
Yep.
Yep. There it is. Damn. Why do they not just fucking, like, I would love if they put this stuff in the game. This is so cool, man. Like, this guy, we watched one of his videos before. They are so fucking good. Wouldn't work with WoW at any other handpan style because normal maps aren't a thing in WoW. Lighting information is painted it. I don't give a fuck about what the excuses are. I don't care. There are really cool looking weapons in WoW. Even nowadays, Corrupted Ashbringer isn't one of them. They should have made it look more like this. Yeah, it's not my problem. I see it. I don't like it. That's all there is to it. And so he did justice to Ashkandi. I might look at some other ones too. But either way, I think this was fucking amazing. Like, this guy is the same guy that did the original fucking Paladin horse. Whenever we watched that, I loved it, man. Look at this. I'll link it one more time. Update models and textures from previous expansions. I mean, for certain big items like this, I would be okay with that. You know, I think so. Like, some really big fucking items, I'd be okay with it. What about the black bug mount? Just keep the old ones. The problem is that Blizzard, the updates to these different games, or these different items, I mean, are not true to form. That's the problem. Like, they're not true to the original art. How many tabs do I have? Well, I got three of these open. I also have a bunch of these open. And each one of these have both tabs. And you put all the tabs together, that's a whole lot of tabs.